Welcome along to another video. I am that cycling chimp, and in this one it's a Saturday morning and I've decided to come up to Whitelee Wind-farm, which is just south of Glasgow and north of Ayrshire. It was getting a little bit monotonous in my rides where I was going back and forward to Troon and Irvine and down to the Heads of Ayr, kind of that area, so I decided to spruce it up a little bit. We're starting to get into the time where the nights are getting a little bit longer and we can travel a little bit further. I've plotted a 40-kilometre route through Komoot into my Garmin headset. This is the first time I've used my Sat Nav part of my headset, so I want to see how good it actually is. So it is a kind of recce mission as well as just out for some fresh air. Anyway, if you want to see a little bit more, stick around and I'll see you later on in the video. Now don't get me wrong, I think this would be quite good in the summertime when the gravel's a bit dry. It has been raining so the gravel's wet, and one of my biggest regrets so far, I forgot to put my mudguard on. So I'm going to have a nice wet soggy back, probably when I get back to base camp. Now one of my regrets, as I just said there, was I've no mudguard, but somebody must be looking over my shoulder this morning because I've just found something lying next to the road that will come in very handy. Let's see what you think. I'm pretty sure that's going to save my ass once or twice today, so let's get it on the bike. It's clearly for a child's bike with the size of it, but we'll do it for my ride today. So far so good with the Garmin Sat Nav side of it. I used to have the Edge 130, which was just a little breadcrumb map. It was okay, but it would only kind of give you an idea of where you were going. It wouldn't actually show you where you were going. But I upgraded to the 1040 Plus, and I'm pretty happy with it so far. And talking about pretty happy, I can understand and appreciate the buzz for gravel riding. I did say in my last video that I was going to be doing a lot more hills to get into training for when the real cycling season in Scotland starts. It's nearly there, so I need to up it. And when I had a look at the profile for this route today, it said it was a little bit hilly, but I didn't think it was going to be as hilly as this. Check this out. Just had to stop for a little minute to get my breath back. The first hill that went up there, it was okay. It was a bit steep, but it's not bad. I wasn't expecting to get around the corner and directly hit another one that was even steeper. I think it was about 7% gradient. And that's the other thing I love about my Garmin, because it gives me Climb Pro. It tells me exactly how hard to push it or when to back off. So far it's been not too bad, but my heart rate is pretty high after that last hill. Again, my fitness has taken just that tiny little bit of dip. With the weather that we've had, it's not been very good the last wee while in Scotland, so it's nearly been 2 weeks since I've been outside. Done a couple of indoor training sessions, but I've not actually been out. I managed to get out yesterday for maybe an hour, but I just knew I was looking for something that was a little bit longer. And as I said earlier on, I was getting kind of bored doing my same old training routes. I wanted to come on a little adventure. I'm seeing a reoccurring theme here today, and it seems to be hills. It's actually somebody descending this one. Ooh, I'm only 10 kilometres in, quarter of the way around my route, and I'm pretty tired already, but show must go on. Right then. I had to take my wee hat off because I'm absolutely cooking underneath it. Just to get some air running out my hair and dry my hair off. That's one of the things I do like. It's totally signposted up here, and every single one of these signposts have got a QR code on it. You can download the wind farm map to your phone, so you know exactly where you are at all times. One of the biggest things I do like about it is just the remoteness. Although you can hear the turbines kind of moving and you can hear the wind, it's absolutely silent up here. It's a good place to come and recharge, especially if you're on your bike. Apparently my GPS is sending me this way. According to the sign, I'm heading towards Strathaven, which is roughly about 12 kilometres. I don't know if that's exactly where my map's taking me, but at least I know if I get lost where I'm heading towards, and I can use my phone if I really need to. I'm quite happy that the weather stayed the way it is. It's quite mild today as well, but the rain is coming in. You can actually smell it in the air. But I've got my rain jacket with me, so I know I'll not get absolutely soaked. My trousers, on the other hand, they're already covered in mud, as are my shoes. So thank God I brought a change of clothes, and they're in the car at base camp. So I'll probably get changed when I get back. Anyway, onwards. One of the things I do like about coming up here for the gravel is the technical descents as well. Even though the ascents are quite good and they are pretty challenging, the descents are just as challenging as well, because you pick up speed that quick you don't actually realise how fast you're going. So you've got to try and navigate the potholes, rocks, brush, stuff like that. But yep, I'm definitely going to work out today anyway. Whew. Now I'm not saying I've got another puncture in the back wheel, but it does look as if it's starting to go flat again. I'm going to pump this up. I think I'm going to change this tyre, because that's the last 3 outings I've had. There's always been something with this back tyre. I've checked the carcass, I can't see anything in it at all. So I'm wondering if it's maybe a spoke that's coming through and maybe poking the inner tube. Very much doubt that. I don't know. We're going to pump up anyway and see how we go on. We've got a cafe stop maybe in about 10 kilometres, so hopefully we'll get there. If not, I've got plenty of inner tubes anyway. I'm just not really wanting to change one at this early into the journey, unless it's needing it.
A few inches later.
Yep, definitely think I've got another puncture. Definitely going to change this carcass when I get home as well, because I think there's something in this tyre that I just can't get out. Always remember to have a pair of latex gloves on you. I'm wondering whether it's maybe been a pinch flat. I'll check that out when I go home. I don't think it has been. According to the Garmin, I'm not even halfway around the course yet, so I need to get my skates on. Maybe get a coffee at the little coffee shop that's coming up in the next 5 or 6 kilometres just to heat up. And hopefully we don't get another mechanical before we get back to base camp. Let's go. So that's me got halfway around and I've stopped at the Herring Cafe for a little mocha. The rain is starting to come on now. I met another couple of cyclists in there as well. They're doing the same kind of route as me today, so I might bump into them on the way back. And they did comment on the YouTube channel as well, so thanks very much you guys. It's great you appreciate the videos. Anyway, I'm going to try and get back to the Whitelee Visitor Centre's car park, which is about 20 kilometres, maybe 25 if I take the wrong turn. And we'll see how we got on. We're back onto some good old country roads. Terra firma, The firmer it is, the less of the terror. The rain's not too heavy yet, but I've got a funny feeling it's going to come on with a vengeance. The only benefit is, if it does rain quite heavy, my bike will get a free wash. Or I'll get a free rinse to get the mud off it anyway. I'm absolutely covered in mud. Well, that's me turned off the country road I was on and I'm back onto Spine Road, which is going to take me all the way to the Whitelee Visitor Centre car park, I think. So far the GPS has been really handy, because if I hadn't had it, or a map, I think I would have struggled a little bit today, because there's been one or two turn-offs you just wouldn't know they were there. The rain is starting to get a little bit heavier now. Even though the weather has changed and it's raining pretty heavy, I'm still enjoying today, because it has showed, even only half an hour away from where your usual training pattern is, with my route changing slightly than it usually is, I'm a wee bit more engaged into the cycle. Not only that, I'm discovering new places that I've never seen in my life before, and I definitely will be coming back up. I definitely want to come back up in the summer to see what it's like when it's the hard packed gravel and just dusty and warm. Not saying I'm cold in any way, I'm absolutely sweating underneath this raincoat. Anyway, I've got a rolling salmon waiting for me in the car. And we'll do what our grandfathers used to do when they're out and about and drum up a cup of tea. There's something very familiar about this road. It's as if I've already cycled on it. Yep, the route must have took me around in a big loop. And I can see behind me, there's a peloton coming. That'll be all the cyclists that was at the Herring Cafe. I'd left maybe about 5-10 minutes before them. As we get back to the Whitelee Visitor Centre, and this is actually quite a good thing. I asked to use the toilet, but you've got to get the key. I need to get changed because I'm absolutely soaked and covered in mud. But when I come into the guy's toilet, they've got a full shower if you need a shower, and they've also got facilities for you to use. I just think that's absolutely great. I'm not going to have a shower, although I did bring a towel, so I could have had a shower if I wanted to. But I'm just going to quickly get changed and I'm going to get something to eat in the car. I don't think anybody appreciates how good it is when you get out of wet clothes and into some decent clothes. That's really good there, because they've got a shower facility and everything you can use, and it is free, but always got to give a little donation. Anyway, I'm for a cup of tea and a roll. Well, that's us got to the end of another video. Just like to thank you all for staying tuned today. It has been a fun day, even though it's been wet. But yeah, I definitely come back up to Whitelee Wind-farm. I've enjoyed it. Would advise anybody else to come up? Yeah, definitely. I can't believe I'm getting a cup of tea. I've been looking forward to that cup of tea for a little while. And I'm going to have a little salmon roll. Enjoyed today's video, give us a big thumbs up, and if you really enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, because your subscribing keeps me and the channel riding. I'm going to go and eat this salmon roll and drink this cup of tea now, so I hope to see you all in the next one. In the meantime, you can check out my last video here, or you can check out previously on that cycling chimp down below there. Till the next time guys, bye for now.